Hi folks, this is Vicki at patternprincess.com. Today I wanted to show you just a really quick tutorial on how to create the puff stitch. Now this puff stitch that I am doing here, I'm doing 4 yarn overs of a puff stitch to create what I have here. There are some that folks patterns that'll call for 3 yarn overs, some have them bigger at 5, 6. So you might see patterns with a different number of wrapping the yarn around the hook, but in general this is how it works. So you can see here that I have a row of double crochets, and I also have double crochets on the end, and then I also had done a double crochet right here. So this is a puff stitch. You can see how nice and puffy it is, front and back. And so I'm just going to work another puff stitch right here, okay? And again, I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to do this 4 times. So I'll have a total of 9 loops on my hook when I get done and I pull through. So I'm going to yarn over, and I'm just going to work in this spot here because I think it'll be easier to see. So I'm going to insert your hook into your space, yarn over, pull through, and because I'm working with a double crochet on the side, it's a little bit taller, I'm going to pull up my yarn a little bit so it's nice and loose. This is not a stitch you want to have tight crocheting on because you'll have a hard time pulling your hook through when it's time. So there's 1. Okay, so we have now 3 loops on the hook. See that? I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook again, yarn over, bring the yarn back through and pull it up, yarn over, put my hook in, yarn over, bring it through. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more, yarn over, insert my hook, yarn over, bring it through. Now I have 9. And so I kind of like tried to bring it up a little bit each time. As you can see, it'd be difficult if I had a tight stitch here. So now I'm going to yarn over and bring that through all of the loops. And sometimes I have to kind of work it to get it through all of the little loops. There we go, it peeks out the side. And then you do you bring your yarn through that loop, and that completes your puff stitch. And then I'm going to actually do a chain 1, and then I'm going to skip this puff stitch, and I'm going to do this again so that you have to see this again. But then this is what I could do on this pattern. I could complete this all the way across doing the chain 1 and then a puff stitch. So I'm going to yarn over again, insert my hook, yarn over, bring it through. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to bring it through again, right there, and then bring it through that last stitch, and that completes your puff stitch. I'm going to do a chain stitch, and then I'll yarn over, and I can do it again. I'll just do a couple more here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it through the last, yarn over, bring it through the loop, and then you'll have, let me show you how we are here. Now we've done 3, we have my initial chain 3 and then a double crochet, and then I have 1, 2, 3 puff stitches, and I have a chain stitch in the middle. So when you get done with your puff stitch, you have your loop on your last loop on your hook here, and you do one more, almost like a chain stitch to close that off. And then that way when you're going back through, and if you want to just do a solid, let's say a double crochet after that, this is that stitch that we did right on top of that puff stitch. So you'd put a stitch there, and then here's the chain stitch. So here's the puff stitch, here's the chain stitch, and then here's the puff stitch. So it starts to be pretty easy to see your stitches then. So I hope that this helps you learn how to do the puff stitch, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.